And go. Yo, 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 we back. Super special episode Talking Game. I'm your host, Anthony, LT, King, Yellow Tape King, Tony. Whatever you call me, lets me know what I was on when you was fucking with me. And we back doing a three-man weave. We got Jay, we got Coach. What up with y'all?
Going on, man?
What up, people?
Hey man, I'm very excited about this episode. Um a lot to talk about. I feel like every topic can get extensive. I got to try and figure out where we can like go move forward, but I'm down for all of it. Um, but let's start with the elephant in the room and the Dallas Mavericks getting the number one pick, jumping the most spots in lottery history. Did either one of y'all see this coming?
I kind of was like, you know how you be like, imagine if that happens. Like I was like that. I was like, imagine if Dallas get the number one pick.
Yeah.
Imagine what the rhetoric is gonna be with everyone like about the draft lottery. It's already conspiracies that is rigged. Like y'all just pouring it on top if it ain't rigged.
If it ain't rigged. Well, Coach, I know you feel it is very rigged, or at least against one team. And I told you in the chat, cuz I gotta let you get your shit off. So go ahead, cuz get your shit off, man. Like
Okay, Adam Silver hit that like button. Looking your way, buddy. It just doesn't like the NBA has gotten to the point where they don't even care anymore. Like they just do it in your face. Like y'all are gonna watch this. Y'all are going to be intrigued. No matter how we do it, there's no point in us even hiding this. Um, but before I go on the rant, I seen something interesting. Uh, so for the past 7 years in a row, it seems as if they do teams favors that end up making big moves. And
Right.
I say that because uh, uh 2010. I'm sorry, I did say 7 years straight. I'll get to that in a minute. But first, 2010, LeBron James makes the decision. He signs with the Miami Heat.
Mhm.
Kyrie Irving goes to the Cleveland Cavaliers. They get the number one pick. You could use that as a coincidence. The sports fans is like, hey, something ain't right here. But everybody who knows, okay, whatever. 2011, Chris Paul traded to the Lakers, vetoed.
Should have been.
Traded to the Clippers, traded to the
Mhm.
Clippers. Charlotte Bobcats have the worst season win percentage in the history of the NBA. They picked second. The Pelicans winning the lottery. All right. 2019, the same Pelicans that traded away Chris Paul. 7 years later, you trade AD to the Lakers. You get Zion Williams, number one pick.
Real,
Then,
real quick. Just a point on that one. At the time, they actually had a less percentage than the Dallas Mavericks to get the number one pick, that Pelicans team. I think they were like 1.6%. But
where we're going with this, you trade Lakers, Dallas, you trade Luka Doncic, and you get a number one pick. All this shit is not a coincidence. Those ping pong balls, that's just something to keep people off their ass. Um, it doesn't pay to be the worst team in the league. Like you might as well try to win because you have the worst record. You're not going to get a number one pick, and in some instances, I believe in that. Like you shouldn't just go out there and lose on purpose to try to get like that player doesn't deserve to go to your suck ass franchise because you know you continue to want to try to lose. My whole thing is the Charlotte Hornets have only had the number one draft pick one time, and they drafted Larry Johnson. Uh, they've missed out on generational players due to the bullshit that goes on in the NBA. Now, mind you, people out there, I'm not a Hornets fan. I used to be before they moved, but you know, now they the hometown team. I want to see them do good. You are we miss out on Shaq. We got number 2 pick. We get Alonzo Mourning. All right. We were trash whenever who else came out? It was
Trash for Anthony Davis for sure.
We were trash when Anthony Davis come out. We get Michael Kidd Gilchrist. We were an expansion franchise coming back. And they gave us 4. We only got to trade up to 2 to get Emeka Okafor because we traded with the Clippers. The NBA has got to fix this lottery system, and they have to fix it because you're making it like you only want certain teams to compete. The small market teams are never going to have a chance. Like the Spurs, the Spurs, the Sixers, and the Mavericks have playoff ready rosters already. But they're picking in the top 3. Like, made that make sense?
Yeah.
All 3 of those teams should make the playoffs next year.
For sure.
I got a comparison. It is not just a person comparison. The NBA is becoming the WWE. It's just becoming a WWE. It's the script, you know. Sometimes they throw you the zinger, and sometimes they just gonna, hey, such and such getting the belt, and we all know.
Yeah.
You know, and that's what's starting to happen with the NBA. But when it comes to tanking or not tanking, I think it's just an overall decision that the league has to make. Are you going to make these teams really compete? Are you going to make these players play? Because I text you the other day, coach. I see why you say you can't fuck with the regular season when you look at the playoffs.
Yeah.
These niggas really don't play in the regular season
at all.
They be bullshit.
Yeah.
Like, look how many games they don't crack 100.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's how you know they be bullshitting in the regular season.
Yeah.
You know, so I don't know. I don't know how you fixed. I think that's the only way you fix the lottery and tanking and make the lottery a thing where shit you feel like it's a real, okay, maybe, you know, a chance instead of y'all directing it to somebody. But these teams try so hard to lose, you don't want to reward that either. Like, I don't feel like the Wizards should have Cooper Flag. You know what I'm saying?
No, not at all.
Now he would have looked.
And in all honesty,
but what Utah did was terrible too. I ain't see Larry Marketing for like 2 months.
In all honesty, Charlotte didn't deserve him either. You know what I'm saying? They didn't deserve him either. Like, they just got voted as the worst franchise in the NBA. You know what I'm saying? They didn't deserve him either. To me, what you need to do if you want to keep competitive, you flip it. Like, you flip it. All the teams that did not make the playoffs or the play-in, y'all have the best odds for the number 1 pick. And the worst team, y'all got the worst odds. Now everybody's going to compete. Everybody's going to try to win.
Oh, yeah, because that number 1 pick also makes that team can get you over the hump.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So now everybody got to hoop. Everybody got to play hard. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's got to jockey for a position and try to get, you know what I'm saying, try to get that spot.
I like that. Jay, how you fix tanking?
Oh shit, that's a tough one to fix it. I would have to agree with Coach's take because
Pretty dope. I ain't gonna lie.
yeah, if you don't incentivize the teams that's losing, that's the only way that you can do it. That's the only way. I wouldn't say go to like NFL style, like where the worst team gets the number 1 pick. I wouldn't say do that.
Yeah,
Um, I think that would incentivize tanking. So I think coach. I never heard that before, but I think that's a good take, though.
it's a good one.
Yeah.
I would say you can't pick top five 2 years in a row,
Mm.
or maybe 3 years in a row. Cause you can try and still fuck around and be a bottom 3 or 4 team. Like if you rebuilding for real, you know,
Hmm.
you can you can pick Wimby and still pick top five. You know what I'm saying? If the shit trash around you. But like
Yeah.
after 3 years, you should not be able to pick in the top. You gotta go six or further.
Hmm.
And no matter what. I would definitely do that. You know what I'm
For
saying?
a while, my bad for cutting you off. For a
You
while
good.
though, I thought I thought the 76ers would get the first pick, and I feel like that situation would have turned into like a David Robinson, Tim Duncan kind of situation where most of them guys was hurt the previous season, which is why they got the first pick or the
Yeah.
highest pick. And you add somebody like Cooper, like they instantly title favorites.
Okay, so you think with Cooper Flag, the Sixers would be contenders, like healthy Sixers? You think they can, guess, be top two in the East, especially you look at Boston now, right?
Yeah,
Hey,
yeah,
Coach,
definitely.
how far apart do you think who they projected to get? Dylan Harper or Ace Bailey?
Oh,
Do you
Mhm.
Spurs,
I
know
think
the Sixers?
the Sixers they got the third pick, right? So I think
they
it'll be Bailey, right?
they
Bailey?
look. What I seen this morning, it said Harper.
Okay.
Mm.
Well,
Yeah.
how far apart do you think Cooper Flag is from Harper, Coach?
Um, I don't think it's as far as everybody made it out to be. I think Cooper Flag obviously playing at Duke. My hatred for Duke aside, that's a high profile program. You're gonna get nationally televised games. Your spotlight is gonna be bigger. He
Yeah.
already had the hype coming in. Dylan Harper is a hell of a player, and he's gonna score the ball immediately when he gets to the league. But you went to Rutgers, and cuz me and you talked about this on the record. I told you them boys went to go get that bread and jack up that ball. They didn't care about winning. They didn't care about none of that. We just came to get our loot and hoop. And obviously playing at Rutgers, like you're gonna be playing on FS1 at,
Back.
at 9 o'clock randomly, and you're not gonna know that unless you channel surfing. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying?
Mhm.
So I don't think the gap is as big as mainstream media has made it out to be, and I wouldn't be surprised if Dylan Harper turns out to be the better pro. But from a marketing standpoint, it's like you be a fool to pass up on Cooper Flag just for the off the court opportunities that you have with him, not even necessarily on the court.
Yeah. Um,
If you were the Sixers, would you trade that pick that you got though?
for what?
It,
Bench help because the Philly, like if they come back healthy, they're gonna have Tyrese Maxey, they're gonna have the fingernails dude,
McLean?
McCain, Jerry
Yeah.
McCain,
yeah,
he nice. Paul George. I think he should have got the most overrated player in the league, but we gonna skip that. Um, you gonna have him be what you need, like a power forward and a bench?
What you gonna trade it? Yeah, but what power forward you trade a number three pick? That's an expensive ass pick.
It is. I mean, shit.
Like, I'm
you
not
throw,
trading that for Bobby Portis
you throw yourself into the Giannis situation. You throw your hat into the Giannis.
and see if what Milwaukee just go full rebuild and take Paul
Yeah,
George.
I mean, yeah. Like, I mean, you right now with the contract Paul George has, you probably can't offload him, but you're probably gonna have to go away. You're probably gonna have to give up Jared McCain.
Yeah, for sure.
Unfortunately, you know, gonna have to give up some future picks. But I mean, that's the only thing that makes sense for me. Now, other than that, if I'm Philly, I don't really move the pick.
I
The
don't
but at the same time, you have to. It's time to go to the next step. The process is over. You know what I'm saying? So
Well,
you
that's
kind
Mhm.
of got to keep the pick to start the build for the next wave.
because McCain, like we just said, McCain probably would have been rookie of the year. He stayed healthy. You know what Tyrese Maxey is. If Dylan Harper is nice, you can start transitioning to the future pretty seamlessly.
It's true. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, you take your lumps, go be in the play in a couple years, but they'll be right back. They won't just fall into the basement. Um, and you got to think about that because Embiid probably only got about 2 more years on them knees, bro. Paul George, maybe less. But the team because Dallas just came out and said that they'll flip the pick because I was thinking shit, they might flip it and get in the Giannis conversation. But the Spurs definitely got to be thinking about that pick and trying to get into the Giannis conversation too, though. Like I would that front court with Giannis and Wemby would be crazy, especially you
It,
ups.
it definitely would be crazy. And you have to. I mean, what would a package like that look like? You probably looking at.
You gotta give me Castle.
You can't have a conversation with me without Castle. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like
Castle, probably Shohan.
I know.
Oh no, what
No.
Johnson?
The
Keldon Johnson.
contracts is gonna have to match up though.
Yeah, so you got to put Keldon Johnson in there because he make too much money.
Well,
Mm-hmm.
you keep him and you throw Barnes has got an expiring $20 million deal.
Well, yeah, yeah,
You throw him in there, buy him out, let him go somewhere else.
yeah,
Yeah.
but yeah. See, the Spurs got the picks. That's really what you want from the Spurs, more so than the players. Yeah,
Right.
Mm-hmm.
you get the free money, like you say, getting like that 20 million off of Harrison Barnes, and probably throw in another expiring $5-10 million contract so they can like go big game hunting. Even though people ain't going to Milwaukee, man.
Mm-hmm.
People ain't.
But to kind of circle back about this lottery or whatever, like what does the number one pick mean? You know what I'm saying? Because quick trivia for y'all. Who was the last number one pick to start and finish their career with the same team?
Magic Johnson or Tim Duncan?
Tim Duncan.
Mm-hmm.
So we're looking at almost 30 years ago. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? When you get the number one pick, it's gonna take time, unless you go into a situation like Tim Duncan did, which that's rare.
Yeah.
So once you get into that, like by the time you start to compete and by the time you start to get good, they already got one foot out the door. If you go through since 1997, Michael Olowokandi did not finish. He was what he was. He was terrible. He didn't finish. Elton Brand didn't finish with the Bulls. Kenyon Martin didn't finish with the Nets. Kwame Brown, enough said. Yao Ming, I guess you could say him, injury, so we'll say that. We'll say Yao did.
Yeah.
Bron, we already know. Dwight didn't finish in Orlando. Bogut wasn't with Milwaukee. Bargnani wasn't with the Raptors. Greg Oden injuries derailed him. D Rose didn't finish. Blake Griffin didn't finish with the Clippers. John Wall did not finish with the Wizards. Kyrie's not on the Cavaliers. Anthony Davis not on the Pelicans. Anthony Bennett, why did you do that anyway? Andrew Wiggins is not with the Cavs. Cat's not with the Timberwolves. Ben Simmons is no longer with the Sixers. Markelle Fultz is no longer with the Sixers. DeAndre Ayton
2
is
years
no
in a row.
longer with the Suns. So that just leaves Zion, AE, Cade, Paulo, and Wemby.
Hey, Anthony Edwards might not go nowhere.
I can see that.
Like Anthony Edwards, he's already has the child for the most 30-point games in Timberwolves history.
Mm-hmm.
Like he can litter his name all over the record books. But yeah, man, stop letting him get the top pick after 3 years.
Yeah, and now
You shouldn't have back-to-back number one picks. My fault for, but
No,
you
no.
shouldn't have back like the 76ers. They should have never even had that opportunity.
Right. Yeah.
They promoting the process, and y'all still give them number one picks back-to-back years, so you know they tanking on purpose.
Yeah. Yeah.
Teams were getting fined for tanking. It seemed like it happened once or twice, and that shit just went away.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like
The
I said,
Mavericks tanked too, like on the low. They started losing games because they didn't want to give up their pick. Like after Jalen Brunson came to the Knicks,
Yeah.
They didn't want to get the pickup, so they was like, all right, we just gonna top 10 protect it.
Interesting shit with this draft. Heat, you don't waste your time going to the playoffs. That would have been your pick.
Mhm.
Um, Bulls, they lose to the Mavs on a coin toss. This would have
Mm,
been the Bulls pick. And in the most Bulls thing ever, they picking in the back half of the lottery.
yeah,
Like they've always done since they picked Derrick Rose.
yeah.
Crazy.
Y'all don't know what y'all talking about.
Hater in here. It's a hater in the
I'll never
house.
be a hater.
Hater in the house.
Hater.
See?
Marcus, you need to shave.
Damn.
I cannot.
I cannot.
Cannot. That brings down the property value.
Go on, man. What I'm about to say, about to do the Shannon Sharp. That was, but let's talk playoffs, man. Let's we got a team on got a closeout game tonight in the TD Garden.
It's two teams, ain't it? They gotta close
Two
out
teams.
tonight.
Two teams. Minnesota can close out Golden State. The Knicks can close out the Celtics. Um, let's start Minnesota, Golden State. Let's start on that. Steph Curry hurt. These what I say, bro? These niggas is getting hurt, man. Like
Mhm.
I just it baffles me, bro. I just can't imagine our favorite players growing up missing playoff games.
It it doesn't. You know why it doesn't baffle me? It doesn't baffle me because like you can't go 0 to 100 in a forward toss. And what I mean by that is these niggas sit out all these games for no reason. So like their body ain't prepared for this hardcore basketball that they're getting ready to play. Like they get ready to go hard and give everything that they have on some all of a sudden type shit. And now your body like, whoa, what you doing? What you doing? You know what I'm saying? Like you add an extra stress where the guys in our era was playing 79 games, 82 games, 75 games. So we already got a good lather going into the playoffs. So we can go hard and you ain't gonna get that debilitating injury. But now you got guys playing 55 games, 60 games, 65 games, and now you trying to rev up the engine and go hard in the playoffs. Your body's not used to that.
Do you think that's
Something
what happened?
Good.
You think that's what happened with the Cavs? Because I think their starters average like the least amount of minutes out of all the starters in the league.
I don't know. I think with the Cavs, it's kind of a different situation because they were just whooping people's ass for a little bit, and that ain't really nothing you can do about that. Like you smoking the motherfucker, you're up by 40, you might as well sit out.
Yeah.
But I'm talking about the guys. It's just we on the second half of that. We just played Charlotte last night. We got Washington. I ain't playing.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Like Jordan would good. He would go get them niggas 50. Like,
Well,
I know I played last night, but I'm about to score 60 on Charlotte. You know
see,
what I'm
that's
saying?
the thing. I think that's the thing also. Like we were saying, these niggas don't play hard in the regular season. You know what I'm saying? Because like Jason Tatum play. Like that's somebody who he gonna go out here and give you 75 games. You know what I'm saying? Like he's hurt. But that 75 games you playing in the regular season where y'all not even running, getting in the paint. Y'all literally running from 3-point line to 3-point line, jogging, shooting threes. And now y'all playing defense for real. Y'all really got to go hard. Your body don't know what to do with that. You know what I'm saying? Like I think it's the style of play in the regular season too. I really do. Cause because you're just trying to rev up to a level, and that's a whole different level in the playoffs, and it shows.
Yeah, you right about Tatum. You know, I'm sitting up here looking at his games played, and you know, the lease was 2020, 2021. That was 64 games. And what did they play that year? Was that?
That was the
And
72 game year.
so he only missed 8 games. And so, like you said, yeah, Tatum's good.
Some of them might have been from COVID protocol.
Right.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
Tatum's good for at least 70 plus
Yeah.
every year. That's just one of those unfortunate things that happen with him.
Yeah.
Um, Curry's getting old.
Achilles injury is becoming a lot more fucking relevant though, and that is weird. Like, why niggas got weak Achilles all of a sudden? I don't know.
Hmm.
You know what? Achilles is like a calf, like that lower part of the leg, down at the foot type injury. And I'm no doctor by any means, but it's the evolution of the game. Like it was a lot of hard planning and lot of hard driving and jump stopping, flying over people in the 90s and the early parts of the 2000s. Now you just kind of shoot threes. You know what I'm saying? Like, so you're not putting the stress on your legs as much. Like, again, you're not using them. You just running up and down, jacking up a bunch of threes. Like nobody's attacking the rim. So like, now when you start attacking the rim, their legs ain't where they need to be. But again, I'm no doctor. I could be totally wrong. I could be totally off base.
Hey Jay, Golden State get closed out tonight.
I hope not, man. I want to see Steph come back. I know he wouldn't be 100%. If he did come back, I just want to see more games. Like as long as my team not playing any more games, I want to see more games.
I do want to see more games too. Like I would hate for this to be over in 5, the Cavs over in 5. Y'all might close out in 5, and we're just hoping for 2 more games out of the Nuggets. It's like, come on, that's a kind of boring second round. Like I need at least
Yeah.
like game 6s out of this motherfucker or something. Um, but I just can't see the Warriors winning. And I got a question for y'all when it comes to Jimmy Butler. And he always seems to get labeled as this ultimate competitor, right?
Mhm.
But he often seems like he sits back in the biggest moments, and nobody ever says anything about this. And the thing that stood out to me first when it came to Jimmy Butler and this shit, and niggas probably don't give a fuck about it, is when that nigga made the All-Star game, he didn't play. I was like, that's kind of weird. You know what I'm saying? But like, you look back at game 4, and your boy only take 9 shots, and you did all this crying and complaining to get out of Miami because they started running the offense through Tyler Hero, and then you come to Golden State, and Batman is gone, and you choose to shoot 9 shots. My question, I guess, is, do y'all think he has the right reputation as a competitor? Because it's starting to me not look as though.
I think the thing that's going through his mind is I didn't sign up for this shit. I came here I'm right back in Miami. It's me and a bunch of mid-ass motherfuckers on the team. And at this point, let's just fuck it, bro. Let's kick the tires on this. Why put this extra mileage on us? Cancun on 3. Honestly, I mean, I don't really think that I don't think Jimmy cares. I think this is not what I came over here for. Steph, bro, are you really going to be able to come back? Because if you think that you're going to be able to come back, I'm going to go out here and I'm going to try to will us to victory until you can get back. But if Steph probably looked at him like, bro, I probably ain't going to be able to go. Cool. I'm going to go out here and take 9 shots and we're going to get up out of here, bro. And me and you can work out together and what have you and learn each other a little bit better. If Draymond gets through out the night, you knew Curry done told them boys, hey, I can't come back. Nah,
What you think? You think Jimmy Butler has the right label when it comes to being a competitor?
Yeah, I think he's a competitor. My thing is though, it's not about the 9 shots. It's about nigga, you made 5 of them. Take more. Like shoot more.
But
That's the part that I could see like not being as competitive as you can be. Cause you was efficient. Like, what was the reason for you only taking 9 shots? Cause you made 5 of them. It's like the same thing that I say about Cat. Like, nigga, he be going like 10 to 14 on a lot of nights, and I'm like, you should have shot 20.
yeah.
Like, keep going.
But I think if Steph leaned over to Draymond and Jimmy was like, I'm not gonna get back. Jimmy, this what the fuck they brought you over here for though? Like at the
Yeah.
same time. Like you got extended $110 million. You know what I'm saying? Like, and also, shit, you should want to come over this motherfucker and try and get you some wins. You know what I'm saying? If you that competitor, like I get, what am I doing this for? Because you want to prove that you can do this, that you that guy. I mean, damn, bro, you want a real deal. I know you said you want to be Robin, but damn, nigga, like
I
you
I
over here the coast for real, huh?
I don't I don't I don't have to prove shit. If you want to see anything prove, you go look at the bubble. Go look at the bubble if you want to see proof.
I want
Go,
full equality, y'all, because the bubble is always the bubble chip. But now we talking about how Jimmy Butler was the man in the bubble.
yeah, the bubble was ass, but I still got to the finals. I got to the finals. I didn't say go look at the competition in the bubble. I said go look at his performance in the bubble. Even if he would have won the title, the bubble's trash.
But
But
then
that's a
they even got to the finals against the Nuggets too.
yeah, and I was getting ready to get there before Cuz got upset about that Mickey before he got upset about the Mickey Mouse ring.
Hey, I
Go
want bubble
go
equality,
look
man. I want bubble equality. That's it.
go look at my run. Go look at my run on the way from the play in to the finals. I
Warriors
proven
ain't,
that.
Warriors ain't pay him for 2 years ago though.
Right.
You talking about what you could have did, but think about it. Next year, everybody older.
That's fine. That's
So like,
fine.
so you waiting on Steph Curry to be older, somebody who gets hurt. So y'all probably gonna end up in the bottom half of the West again. So like you just waiting on the same situation for older people.
No,
Talk about the past.
I just need you not to blow out a tire on me. That's what I need. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm back in my same situation. Like I was cool. Like that was my whole point of trying to get here because I felt like they need me. You know what I'm saying? But like I didn't come over here to carry shit. I came over here to help. You know what I'm saying? And now I'm right back carrying shit. Like I don't want to
Yeah.
do that. I just left from that.
You know the good thing about the playoffs though, all of this whole narrative right here that we talking could change tonight. Like if he go out there and get
Get
35.
40. Yeah, this
Yeah,
one get 40. He
yeah,
lock up and you know what I'm saying? Like
yeah,
that's what I want to see because I think that my problem is I know he could do it. But let's be honest, we've seen a bunch of games where you'd be like, damn, Jimmy Butler was out there tonight.
yeah,
You feel me? And for his talent level, okay, the playoff Jimmy shit is cool, but we needed every playoff game, nigga, because you supposedly wait for the playoffs to do this.
yeah, yeah,
Like you wait till after game 82.
He's not. He wasn't gonna. They just don't. It's not a good matchup for them. Like with Steph out, it's not a good matchup.
yeah,
Like I said, kick the tires on this shit. You know what I'm saying? I know y'all said y'all want to see more games. Me personally, I've been treating this series like a Tubi movie since I've been treating it like a Tubi movie since Steph got hurt. Like I'm gonna
yeah.
put the Tubi movie on.
Hmm.
I'm gonna give it about 30 minutes. If it catches my attention, I'm gonna watch the rest of it. If
See,
it's
Jimmy
trash, I'm cutting it
catching
off.
your attention because Jimmy's supposed to be the guy catching your attention and making you want to watch these games. That's all I'm saying.
That's
If you
not
a
it.
GM and you give somebody $110 million extension, I need you to be the guy.
If I give $110 million to Jimmy Butler, I'm looking at him and I'm saying, bro, I get it. I get it. We didn't bring you over here for this shit. Even if Steph's there, you're still asking Brandon Fajinsky, who must be a distant relative of Steve Kerr, for him to continue to play as much as he plays. You still got him out there on the court. Moses Moody giving you absolutely nothing. Draymond is Draymond. Um, you should have been playing Kuminga, but because Kuminga turned down that 130 million, we punishing you and we're gonna drop your value so we can get you back on the cheaper.
Oh no, they not. You seen what I said? He playing just good enough for Washington to max his ass out.
Nah, see the thing is we see the thing is we still hold all the cards because fool you restrict.
Yeah, but hey, he gonna get the money either way.
Yeah, he gonna get it.
Yeah.
I'm saying if Washington want to be that team, because that's the kind of shit Washington would do. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Can use Kuminga, trade him out for Miles Bridges.
I would take that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look, keep Miles Bridges out of them over there with them YNs in Charlotte. YN basketball over there.
For sure, for sure. Coach, they close out tonight, Minnesota.
Yeah. I as bad as I'm with you guys, I want to see more basketball too. Like one thing I love about damn playoff basketball is you get hooped every other day.
Yeah.
You know, and you know, I told Jay, I don't know if you know, but I told Cuz like I kind of wait to dive into other sports and like I'm all the way locked in the NBA. Like I got an eye over here on MLB.
Yeah.
I'm doing just enough to know what's going on, but like I'm front and center. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I want more hoop just like y'all. I just don't want more hoop out of this series. Like, I'm a like the Cavs series and this series. Those are the ones I can't.
Cavs series was an NBA TV special. That should
be
on TV for all 5 games.
Yeah.
But that's the perk of being in the second round. You get TNT, man.
Yeah.
Fuck it, let's talk Knicks. Wait, hold on 1 second. To me, the biggest thing about Steph Curry being hurt is technically Anthony Edwards doesn't get to be the legend killer this series.
Okay, so it's funny that you say that because you were the one who said it to me. You know what I'm saying?
You see Randy Orton?
I did.
Fucking tweeted that shit. The street talking game, bro. I don't give a fuck.
So like I said it was said to me in the group chat. Shout out to the homies in the group chat. But it was said to me in the group chat, another one that same thing, cause that he's not technically the legend killer because Steph is out.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, you can say that. But it's kind of like he's still fighting the NWO. Though. You know what I'm saying? He's still fighting the NWO, but like he's just taking out like Scott Steiner.
Yeah.
Like it's not really Hall Nash.
Fucking up Hulk Hogan them. But
yeah.
But
I get it though. I get it.
I wish he was. I wanted to see it. I wanted to see him take out Steph. I'm not even gonna lie. Cause one thing this playoffs is showing is over for the old niggas. Our era is done, bro. Like it's sad, but I love to see it because it just means new blood in the league. KD, Steph, LeBron. I hope y'all enjoyed the Olympic swan song, cause it's over for y'all niggas, man. Sad to say. Only thing that's helping like LeBron is they got Luka, so maybe they just build around Luka and LeBron is part of that. But yeah, it's over. Let's talk Knicks Boston. Uh, Captain Clutch, Jalen Brunson. I'm not gonna talk much. I'm go ahead, cuz. Go ahead, cuz. You got something to say, and
Yeah.
go ahead, cuz.
Hey, first
I've
I want to
got
call
something to
myself
say.
out. Huh? First I want to call myself out because I picked the Celtics in 6. I want to call myself out. Yo, I was totally wrong about that. And I'm not even gonna say the Knicks should have lost the first 2 games because y'all had 20-point leads. Y'all should have held on. You should have held on. Yo, I was I think I was 8 years old when the Knicks went to the conference finals the last time, and I wasn't really like big in the NBA yet. I think I got in when the Lakers three-peated,
Yeah,
so I wasn't around to enjoy it. But yo, this is like the most fun that I've had watching NBA basketball as a fan.
that
It's just different. Like when your team, I never experienced it. It's different when your team is like favorites. They favorite to win games and stuff like that. Like it's in the playoffs.
yeah.
Like when you the underdog and you take control of the series. I hate that Jason Tatum got hurt because some of the narrative was, oh, they only won because Tatum got hurt. Nah,
Nah.
nah, we was running away with the game before that. So um it sucks that he got hurt though, but last year nobody was like, oh damn man, OG his hamstring, Brunson hand got hurt, Mitchell Robinson got hurt in the Philly series. Like nobody felt sorry for the Knicks. So I just gotta, I'm just enjoying the ride right now. That's it.
Yeah, I was waiting on the Tatum got hurt shit so I could be like, nah, the Knicks jumped up to their largest lead of the series before Tatum got hurt. Uh,
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, this series was probably gonna be over anyway. I didn't see them coming back from 3-1, even with Jason Tatum. Um, Jalen Brunson, like I say, that to me, I wouldn't argue with nobody. He's the third best point guard in the league. Might be if we updating resumes, man, he might be better than Steph right now. You know,
Right now, yeah.
yeah, like right now, like if we was playing 2K and we looked at ratings right now, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And updating live, you got to give me Jalen Brunson. Uh, Cat not fouling out. Yo, oh well, we'll talk more about the series. We got to talk that trade. You know,
Mm,
like that
yeah.
is becoming
Yeah.
a very even kill trade. But Coach, you text up last night, and that was kind of it was wild when I first read it, but the more I think about it, it makes sense. And you said it's time for the Celtics to blow it up,
Mm.
and it makes sense because Jason Tatum not playing next year.
That was
Mm.
a little bit of a that was a knee jerk text. I
Yeah,
had a little bit more time to think about that.
it kind of makes sense though.
28 years old for Jalen Brown, 27 years old for Tatum. Now, Jalen Brown, you're gonna fucking earn your $300 million deal.
Yep.
We're not blowing shit up. We're gonna retool this bitch because we paid you too much money. And you're actually in a debate right now of who's the number one option and who's the lead dog for the Celtics. Tatum, he's a no-go now. It's all on you. Uh Anybody on that roster not named Jalen Brown, uh Derek White, or um
Pritchard.
he can go for the right price. If we can get the right guy back and we have to give him up,
Yeah,
him too.
Mm.
But I would put him kind of over here. So Brown, White, Tatum, nothing. Anybody else?
but
What you
that's
got?
building though, cuz.
It's not rebuilding because you can. It's not necessarily letting everybody walk.
But
Like we could.
the important pieces though, like what I was texting, that's probably gonna happen. Was gonna happen anyway when you think about it. Al Horford's getting older. He's probably not gonna be here in 2 years. Drew Holiday probably was gone anyway just because of money.
Hmm.
Porzingis, You think he gonna be there in 2 years?
Nah, he won't even be there next year.
But
My
that's
Yeah.
whole,
pretty big piece.
my whole thing is, are pieces still important when they don't work anymore? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like having a car. You know what I'm saying? Like, your alternator goes out. That's an important piece to the car.
Mm-hmm.
You got to get a new alternator. You know what I'm saying? And I just feel like you got to get a new Al Horford. You got to get it. It's questions deeper than the roster because Joe Mazzulla has been exposed as a head coach in this because you are getting in press conferences like, oh well, we're gonna continue to shoot the three because they just didn't go in tonight. No shit, motherfucker. Tell them niggas to get downhill and get to the basket. You know what I'm saying?
I think
And
he's too weird.
this hacker. Look, let me tell you something. And this is where I'm putting my coaching hat on right here. Okay. The hacker Mitchell is stupid. And the reason why it's stupid is because Jalen Brunson thrives off drawing fouls and getting to the line.
Yeah.
You're doing the hacker Mitchell, and now you put them right at the bonus.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So now Jalen Brunson is getting all kind of fouls and he's getting free throws. Meanwhile, you're going down here throwing up threes and you're missing them.
Mm-hmm.
And Jalen Brunson's getting downhill and one, getting fouled, free throws. So now you wonder why he turns into Superman in the fourth quarter because Fool already got a rhythm going.
Mm-hmm.
Just play basketball.
Yeah.
Joe Mazzulla has been terrible this whole series. He's been terrible.
Yeah.
Man. Sure they miss Ime.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Jay, y'all close out tonight?
If the Knicks want to get to where they think they can go, you gotta close out tonight. Like, don't even play. Don't even play with it.
Absolutely.
End it right now.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Because hey, you don't close out tonight, and little leprechaun gonna get tricky.
Bullshit.
Yeah.
You don't close out tonight. That's when Jalen Brown go off in the guard.
Exactly.
You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? Like that's when okay, we got a little confidence. Jalen Brown go for 40, and like you said,
Mm-hmm.
I get tricky in the TD guard,
Yep.
the other guard.
Mm-hmm.
Oh
And I know it's gonna be an emotional lift, like at least to start the game. They at home, Tatum, the crowd gonna be behind them.
yeah,
So you gotta weather that storm and then put the pedal to the metal after that.
yeah. Do like y'all did last game. Like y'all didn't let the 20-point lead get there.
Yeah.
Close in the clutch.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all clearly got the best player in the league in the clutch, and y'all
Mm-hmm.
execute on offense and defense. You know,
Yeah, and it's not even Brunson. Yo, Mikal, when he get into his rhythm in the mid range, he one of the best.
I mean, you
He one of
traded
the
5
best.
picks for him. He can get us 18, please. He's playing defense, nigga, but damn.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna speak on Fool.
Damn, why not?
I got a few dollar amount reasons why I ain't gonna speak on Fool. So you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like I said, but I agree because though Mikal Bridges got to be more consistent. Like I just feel like y'all have it. Imagine what would happen if y'all got that game where him and OG going off.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And Josh Hart doing what he do. Josh Hart is slowly but surely becoming one of my favorite players because he just does his job. Like he just so gritty. He don't make no excuses. Like, he gonna go out here and get you 12 points. He got you 12 rebounds. He got you 5 assists. He got you about 3 steals. Like he just like he Josh Hart is a Nick.
Yeah.
He is a Nick for real.
Get you the next kid triple double.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He got 12, 11, and 10.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
He's the ultimate glue guy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Um, let's talk. Let's revisit this Cat Randall trade real quick. I mean, we're still a long way to go. It's only the second round. Neither team technically closed out yet, but both of these teams can go at least as far as they went last year after making these major trades. And for the Knicks go even further than they went last year. I'm gonna be honest with you. When I first seen the trade, I thought it might have been a lose-lose for both teams.
Mhm.
Thought it would have been a step back for both teams for different reasons. And I was fucking wrong, man. Like this is working out perfect. Like Cat was just what y'all needed. Julius Randle clearly needed to be the fuck out of New York in the playoffs because he's a totally different person. And
Yeah.
shit, shout out to the GMs, man. You never really see trades where it work out for both teams so well, and it really has. And Dante DiVincenzo, like that's a big piece of that trade too. Like I know Julius Randle was the guy, but you got somebody who can handle the ball and make shots. Because Mike Conley, old man,
Yeah.
Mike Conley, he long in the tooth, you know. So,
Mhm.
did you think that? I don't remember. Do you think? Did you think this trade was gonna work out this well, Jay?
No, I didn't even want it to happen.
Yeah,
I wanted to run it back with last year's team because I thought without the injuries we was gonna beat Indiana. We was gonna see Boston in the conference finals. And then who knows what would have happened last year.
yeah.
But I just wanted to run it back one more year. I was like, we could give it 1 year to run it back. But shit, I wouldn't take it back now.
Hell no, hell no.
No.
Like I said, I don't remember the conversation. I remember us texting as soon as it happened. But did you see this trade working out like this for either team?
Nah, I didn't have a opinion on it. Honestly, that was kind of one of them wait and see trades. I did speak on it as far as like earlier whenever they Randall wasn't really playing well, and I told you, Gobert kind of fucks everything up because getting Cat losing Cat, you took away that space.
Yeah,
That's why Anthony Edwards was jacking up so many threes. But I think the trade is starting to work out for both sides, honestly. Especially for the Timberwolves because I think Randall's kind of done sat back and kind of looked at it like, okay, what do I need to do to be successful? Like I'm no longer I'm gonna play the way they need me to play. You know what I'm saying? And it's worked. You know what I'm saying? I think him and Ants kind of figured out how to get out of each other's way. Um, you're actually surviving now with Rudy Gobert out because you remember last year, if you had to take Rudy Gobert off the floor, Cat fouled so much.
he did.
And so now, like, you kind of just stuck with Nas Reed in there by himself, who I'm watching him. He's not a great defender either. Like, he's prone to picking up a lot of fouls.
Yeah.
So he balances them on defense as well now, too. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
Uh, great, great, what's a great, trade so far. Like I said, cuz still got a long way to go, but I'm hoping now. Um, it usually around the second round, I kind of see who I would like to win the title. Obviously, I'm gonna stick with Denver because that's who I roll with whenever I picked them. So I gotta stay on that side of the fence. But honestly, I love to see the Knicks win it. Honestly, like if Denver's to go out tomorrow, like the Knicks are overdue. And,
Facts.
and I like to see Knicks in Minnesota. I would like to see that finals.
That would
Yeah.
be crazy considering the trade.
Yeah.
I like just thinking back to it. I do remember us texting and me saying that they're betting on Anthony Edwards just being great. And
Mhm.
as you can see in these playoffs, even when he's having a bad shooting night, he still affects games because he's just that good of a player. And he's a two-way player. You know,
Mhm.
like he don't mind locking shit up. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
And then when you think about it on Minnesota side, they really just subtracted Cat and added Randall, and it for some reason it just fit better. But on the Knicks side, the unsung hero on why the cat trade really works is Mitchell Robinson. Like the double big lineup is, I mean, it worked in Minnesota. We seen it work in Minnesota, and the Knicks. OG's a dog on defense.
For sure.
Like, like they got guys who are great defenders around him. Like they had Jaden McDaniels around him too.
Yeah.
But when you got guys like OG and Mikal Bridges and then Mitchell Robinson too backing you up and playing alongside you,
Yeah.
like that just make Cat, it makes his defense a little less noticeably bad, I guess you could say.
Yeah. Cause they can scheme to help him out.
Yeah,
Yeah,
right.
I can see that. Um, damn, that'd be a crazy ass finals.
It would.
It would be
It
crazy.
would.
But that's what the NBA wants. That's what they're banking on. That's why we haven't had back-to-back chips. That's why they have all this different stuff with salary caps now.
Hmm.
You can't spend a certain amount of money. They want that kind of parity in the league. And nothing will show that is a changing of the guard. And I know you would hate this, but Minnesota winning.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Like Anthony Edwards getting Finals MVP is like it is officially young niggas league.
yeah.
Nah, I'm cool. I'm cool with it being a YN league because like I am. I'm cool with it being a YN league because it's Ant.
Yeah,
If anybody else, I probably get off my lawn. But but like with it being Ant, man, Ant just got such a old school feel to him.
Right, right.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
And he's gone. I guess like him with Team USA just seemed like he's checked like all the boxes. Like even with like the older players. Kind
yeah.
of like it seemed like comparing to Jordan in '92, that was like the last box he had to check with Larry Bird and Magic in them. Like, all right, I need the OGs to really like approve me and pass the torch. And if you look at the last 5 minutes against France, Ant Edwards was out there.
Hmm.
I'm saying like so he had the respect and he had the cachet to be out there. So you always get that jump. You see it every time players play for Team USA. Now, what I am going to say to make a smooth transition, the player who had a jump that we probably didn't notice was fucking Tyrese Halliburton. I don't think people are recognizing what him being on Team USA, even though he didn't play that much in games, probably helped him get ready for this year. And he
Hmm.
kicking ass and taking names. I text last night, he killed that overrated talk instantly.
Yeah.
Like that shit, like he didn't give it a week. You know what I'm saying? Big ball Sam Cassell himself was
Yeah.
awesome. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Adam Silver not finding him, even though that's part of the problem at the same time. But hey, man,
Hmm.
I say that to say this. We got to start talking about who the best players in the league are and like revisit it because I feel like the playoffs has to matter more. You know.
Well, hold on. Hold on.
Uh-oh. Let me get more.
I, I don't want to be that guy, so to speak, but I'm gonna be that guy. All right. Tyrese Halliburton needs to show me something in one more round.
Really?
You went against a dameless Milwaukee. Like who stepped in at the point after um when Dame went down?
Gary Trent.
He's
What's
not
his
even
name?
he's not even a point guard. So he kind of did what he wanted to do. Nobody could guard him in that series.
Hmm.
Nobody can guard him in this series. And he's playing against a bunch of little ass guards. Like, let's not forget Donovan Mitchell's not but like 6'2", 6'3".
Yeah.
And Darius Garland's probably 6'1" tops. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
So he's dominating smaller guards. And Ty Jerome's 6'5", but he don't have the foot speed. to
Why-
stay in front of him.
and they don't play him.
Well,
That was weird.
he got the starter. He stunk it up in one of those games. So
Yeah,
like,
yeah, yeah.
yeah. So maybe that's why. But I just need to see like, what are you gonna do when you get that switch and it's not Dean Wade right there? It's OG Anunoby. What are you gonna do when you got that switch and it's not Stuart Merrill? It's Mikal Bridges. Like, are you still gonna give me that? If he gives me that and he somehow he don't even have to beat the Knicks. If the Knicks are to advance, he don't even have to beat the Knicks. But if you can play well in a 6 to 7 game series with the Knicks, then I'll go back on everything I just said. But right now, I'm not just ready to crown him. But he did. I mean, he busted the nigga's ass that was in front of him. That's what he's supposed to do. Because we
Mm-hmm.
would be having a whole nother conversation if he wasn't playing well. We would
Yeah,
talk about how trash he is. So I'm acknowledging the fact that he's busting the people's ass that he's supposed to bust. But I just need you to give me some better names on that list. That's all.
yeah.
I'm not mad at that.
I agree.
Jay, you drinking the Halliburton Kool-Aid, or he gotta do it against your Knicks?
Not yet. You got to do it against the Knicks, man. Not yet. He ain't show me. I mean, I'm not gonna say he ain't show me nothing. But last year when they played the Knicks in the conference semis, he ain't show me too much. He ain't show me too much before OG got hurt. It wasn't too much. So we gonna see. Like, of course, the Knicks gotta advance. They gotta take care of business. But if they do advance, I'm gonna need to see some Reggie Miller in you, huh?
Oh,
I'm gonna need to see it.
uh, damn, he got to be rich. Well, yeah. I mean, if you want to be looked at as one of the
Yeah.
best of all time, right? I think it's the level of which Tyrese Halliburton busts niggas ass. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
I think that's why I'm kind of drinking the Kool-Aid, because I'm just judging it by the level of competition, and he's far above it. It's not like he's just barely getting through. You know what I'm saying? It's not like he out here 15-8. You know,
Yeah.
like he's going off, and it's the moments that he's going off too. Because hey man, people in the moment they can fold to lesser competition, and he's not doing it.
Yeah.
Saying two of you know historically, if you look at the numbers, the best comebacks in playoff history, like is Reggie and then the two Halliburtons.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Try boy, man. Knicks Pacers Eastern Conference Finals. Like I say, nobody closed out yet, but that is an old nigga dream.
Facts.
Yo, that's the like that is if you 45 plus, boy. Hey, like I say all the time, Jay, it's about to be Timberlands, jean shorts, wife beaters,
Yeah.
and Knicks jerseys and Yankee caps flooding, flooding the motherfucker on the streets. But
Yeah.
still
But
though, go ahead.
one thing I do want to say about that is Halliburton's teammates have stepped up too. We can't forget Siakam and Turner and Neesmith and Nemhard and who else? TJ McConnell. He's always gonna be a pest.
I love T.
Like, yeah, he got a solid team around it. They go like 10 deep.
Yeah,
Matherin is he about that life, so
clearly,
yeah. He punching
clearly,
dudes in the stomach and stuff. Like,
fucking weird. Yeah, I will say this: Nimhard impresses me every time the playoffs come around.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like but that just like it kind of goes back to like these niggas clearly don't be playing in the regular season, dog.
Hmm.
Because like how are you balling like this when the competition go up? Like you
Some
just
guys are gamers though. Some
yeah.
guys when the moment calls for it, I'm gonna be there every time.
Mm, yeah.
But
They need that extra
I
juice
like
to
see
play like that.
see that's why I be feeling like an old man. I feel like all the guys we grew up loving to watch was always gamers. Like, bro, when we turn on TNT on a random Thursday, The Spurs and the Lakers are going at it.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what
The
I'm saying?
Spurs and the Mavericks is going at it.
Like they going at it.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah,
Saying
yeah,
like the Bulls and the Sixers are going at it.
yeah.
You still get that. Like you still get that in the regular season when it's those teams, but like in the playoffs, that's when it's kind of like January 19th game, like what like these kids think like what does it mean? Like what are we playing for? You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Now I think it's all the chips on the table. You know what
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying? This win to go home. And I'm gonna tell you something else. This is where you make your money.
Yeah.
That's why everybody's playing hard. That TV deal coming up, this bag getting ready to get extended. Hey,
Mm-hmm.
we going there. The playoffs is where we done seen guys have good playoffs and get paid just because they 7 games. They only went to the second round.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Got swept in the second round and he played well enough to get a max deal.
Yeah.
That's what it's about, man. They it's about that bag.
Yeah. This is true, man. This is true, but god damn it. I just like a hey man, you get
But
the NBA
but
league pass, you want to see a good game on a Wednesday night, man.
but to stay on Indiana real quick, and I text this in both group chats. The one with you guys and my other group chat, like I think it's time to we got to put a little bit more respect on Rick Carlisle as a head coach.
Mm-hmm.
Like Rick Carlisle has won everywhere. He won in Detroit. Obviously, like you ended up replacing him with Larry Brown. Larry gets him to the chip, but he kind of got that ball rolling. And then he leaves, he goes to Dallas and takes them to a title, you know what I'm saying, and beats the big three. And then now he's here in Indiana, and Rick Carlisle clearly thrives off taking teams that, like, look at those guys. Like, let's kill this narrative that the Dallas Mavericks didn't have nobody whenever they beat the Heat. Like, them, bro, they had some guys on that team. You know what I'm saying?
JJ Barea,
Yeah,
Tyson
yeah,
Chandler,
like
Older, but yeah.
Jason Kidd.
they might have been a little bit past their prime. You know what I'm saying? But like,
Yeah.
it just wasn't.
Chandler was still shit.
Yeah,
Defense player of the year after that.
right.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And so I think Rick Carlisle takes and he maximizes the most out of his players. Like
Mm-hmm.
we felt like, and I'm probably speaking for you guys, but we probably felt like these fools got to the Eastern Conference Finals because injuries and the matchups just fell the right way.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I definitely did not have them going back. You know what I'm saying? I didn't have them going back. At one point, they wasn't even in the playoff picture.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And they made no moves at the deadline, correct?
Mm-hmm. That was last year when they got
last
Siakam.
year. Right.
Yeah.
It was last year. So you just basically got your guys to play better. You know what I'm saying? And clearly he has the respect of the locker room. Clearly they play hard for him.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of coaches, you sitting at 10th, 11th around January, it's kind of like, well, shit, what we trying to do, fellas?
Yeah.
And it seemed like he got, man, we ain't going to let Rick go out like this, man. Like, let's go. Let's go. And to have him back there, man, that's big ups to Rick, man.
Shout out to Rick Carlisle. Well, you got a response. Like Lenny Wilkins tier. He still only got one chip. You know what I'm saying? That's a long time coaching. I mean, I know it's not easy to win championships, but coaches out there that got 2, 3.
Let me push back on that for a second, because okay, he's Lenny Wilkins tier, and I can respect that. That's not a knock at all.
Yeah, it's top 15 or however many he did.
But like, look at the coaches who have multiple titles, and like, tell me who didn't have like a generational talent that got multiple titles. You know what I'm saying? Everybody has generational talent.
You consider Isaiah Thomas a generational talent? Because Chuck Daly got 2.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You would?
yeah.
Oh,
I guess so.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
That's the only person like, and I wasn't prepared for that question back.
Right.
That's the first person that came to my mind was like, Chuck Daly, but that's how you feel about Isaiah Thomas. You know what I'm saying? I guess you have to because Isaiah Thomas is, other than Steph Curry, the only small guy to lead a team to a chip.
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying, but yeah, off the top of my head, I can't think of anybody with multiple because Phil, Pop, um,
Mm-hmm.
Rudy T.
Rudy T had Hakeem.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, I guess even if you go all the way back to those Knicks teams, you got Clyde.
Mm-hmm.
Um, yeah,
You look at the Warriors run.
Yeah.
yeah, they had Steph and KD at one point.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, you got a point. Yeah, I can't dispute it. Yeah,
Yeah.
generational. Yeah, and
Do
yeah,
you think he's a better coach than Doc Rivers at this point?
yeah.
I think he is because he's done and me and Cub we talk about Doc all the time. Like Austin Rivers, I know you from down there in damn Orlando. Stop defending your daddy all the time, bruh. Not a good look, bro. Just look, man. I ain't never played a second in the NBA, but that don't mean I don't know the game. And I've looked at it, and it seems that Carlisle gets more done with less than what Doc does. Now, one thing Austin Rivers did say about his dad is maybe he needs to stop taking these jobs where the expectations are title or bust.
Yeah.
Maybe you need to get you a little young squad and
Yep.
kind of build them up. Because that right now, cuz and Jay, to me, that's the only thing that can Doc's legacy's cemented.
Mm-hmm.
They treat the '09 Celtics like they just won it in 2018. So
yeah.
the only thing, honestly, that can, because his legacy cemented, but it's kind of lost a little bit of its glow. And you kind of at this point go get you a young team, take them to the playoffs, get them
Yeah.
to the second round, and now the whole narrative kind of changes. It's like with Doc, man, you see he went over to let's just throw a team out there. Like you see he went over to huh?
Went to Atlanta. Got them
Yeah,
playing
like
defense.
yeah, right, yeah,
You saying they wasn't playing no defense under Snot.
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
So that's kind of how I look at it. But to answer the question, yeah, I think Rick Carlisle, I would pick him before I would Doc.
Hey,
Mm-hmm.
Doc Rivers is in the Aaron Boone box for me. So that lets you know how I feel when you give me
yeah.
Carlisle all day. Doc Rivers, and because we don't got to go down the list of Hall of Famers that Doc Rivers coach, but we can
Yeah.
if you want KG, Paul Pierce, Ray Allen, Chris Paul's gonna be a Hall of Famer. Blake Griffin,
Rajon Rondo.
Rondo,
Everyone forgets Rondo, man.
you're right. Rondo's gonna probably be a Hall of Famer.
Yeah.
Blake Griffin probably gonna sneak in the Hall of Fame. Fucking Kawhi,
Embiid,
Embiid,
Kawhi. Yeah.
Paul George, James Harden. He did have all NBA Ben Simmons. He fell from grace, but he had a good Ben. It's ridiculous the shit that Doc Rivers didn't do with the.
Giannis Dame.
You know what I'm saying? Giannis Dame. It's almost and it's sad that I'm talking about a black man like this, but it's crazy that he keep getting fucking jobs.
I tell you what we gonna stop doing? We gonna what, and then we gonna do it here on Talking Game. What we gonna stop doing is we gonna stop bringing race into a motherfucker not doing their fucking job. I'm
Yeah.
all for the black man getting the job. I'm all for the black man getting the bag for sure. But motherfucker, if you ain't doing your job, you get fired. That's just the American way.
Yeah.
If I clock in tomorrow and I bullshit and I sit in my damn manager's office in his chair all day, I'm gonna get fired. Why? Because I wasn't doing what the fuck I was supposed to be doing.
Yeah.
Like Hubert. Okay, Hubert, black man, let's go. I love Carolina more than I do Hubert. I'm gonna love Carolina even when Hubert goes. If he ain't getting it done, he got to go.
Yeah.
Black, white, yellow, red.
I
And that's
felt the
his
same
best.
way about Marvin Lewis too.
Yeah. Mediocre at his best.
Yeah.
He's the black Jason Garrett.
Damn,
And he might be a little bit more mediocre than Jason Garrett.
That's
Yeah.
because they gave him more chances to be mediocre.
You right. This nigga got like 15 years worth of mediocre.
Yeah.
No playoff wins, 10 playoff appearances. Like, what the fuck is going on?
That's crazy.
The Bengals is just happy to be in contention, but
What's crazy is the Steelers are the new Bengals.
Damn.
Hey, at least that era of the Bengals, not the Bungles.
okay, because I was about to say,
No, not the terrible Bengals. Not
but
the
as long as they under Mike Tomlin, Tomlin got the ring and he got you back.
Yeah, he got the appearance. Yeah,
Yeah, he got you back. So,
yeah. But I did want to talk schedule release, but I can't find the Panthers. I don't know.
I don't think they've officially. I think they because I looked for Dallas, and they only had 2 games on there. They only had opening day and they only had that and Thanksgiving. Like they didn't have the rest of the schedule. So I think they just it's not like official yet.
Okay. So you said the Chiefs played the Cowboys on Thanksgiving?
On Thanksgiving, yeah.
I did.
And then they did just drop
Yeah.
let me look at that. It just came to my
Friday game is going to be the Eagles and the Bears. So the day after Thanksgiving. And opening game is Eagles Cowboys.
And they also dropped a triple header, but I only see 2 of the games on here.
What's that for Christmas?
Yeah, they got Cowboys, Commanders, and Lions, Vikings.
Wow.
Christmas.
Wow.
So,
they trying to take over Christmas, man.
Bruh. NBA really, bro. Oh, and it fits perfect. Christmas is on Thursday this year.
you know what though?
They don't even got to do all that moving.
It's a real smart move. And shout out to whoever thought of that. It's a real smart move to monopolize Christmas too. Because the NBA ain't even really got their feet wet. And nobody cares about these games because they probably not even playing hard. Christmas, like, shit, we jockeying for playoff position. Division titles on the line, home fields on the line. Like, they're going to be getting to it. We need to monopolize this and take advantage.
Yeah, they benefit.
Yeah.
They benefit like that because the more important games in their season fall around that time of the year. So yeah, it's perfect. I didn't even think about that.
And that's how I watch sports.
And
like the most important games are what I watch.
Yeah, for sure.
So it actually makes sense. I was actually listening to Bill Simmons' podcast, and they was talking about a way to fix the NBA is moving the schedule back. They'll say they say they start in such a congested time.
Yeah, you got the World Series right there.
In like October, there what's that game 5-6? You know, like you start knowing where you at, like you said. Them first 10 games, you going into week 10, 11, you know what I'm saying? We're watching football.
Yeah.
Saying care about that. So moving it back to like January, like basically going January to August or something like that. Or January to like September. So kind of the reverse. Like right getting into the finals or whatever, football season just getting started, they kind of take precedence because you're gonna watch the finals.
Yeah, but it would be like a conflict of interest with that because now, like
the Olympic years.
Well, not even the Olympic years. Like, what do you do with the kids coming out of college?
Yeah, that was one of the questions. I don't remember what they said about that, but that was like one of the things they brought up about it. But I don't know. I think they'll figure out a way to make it work.
Yeah.
Saying that is a good question. I don't remember what the answer was to that, but that did come up. But I would like that personally, like the summer having baseball and basketball.
Yeah, that would be. I would like that.
That'd be cool. Uh,
Yeah.
well, since we ain't gonna talk schedule, let's talk a little baseball real quick and we can get up out of here. Um, Yankees right now, um, losing. Aaron Judge falling out of control. Um, I can't really put my finger on what's wrong with the Yankees. I mean, I guess it's just injuries. I'm not gonna lie. When I look and think about what we can be whole, we're not that bad. It's just I'm used to really thinking about winning chips. And like I
Yeah.
put in the group chat, bro, we probably get out the divisional. We might make a run at it, but we're not better than a few teams in the National League, man. And it's I gotta be a realist, man. I gotta be a realist. And you know how I always joke and say like certain fan bases got to be real and be like basement franchises. They want to talk about aspirations of winning championships. When I be like, y'all should be happy with a playoff win. I'm starting to just be a real ass Yankees fan and be like, bro, we just going to the playoffs. You know what I'm saying? Like we're just putting teams together good enough to get to the playoffs, and we seeing what happens if we get in there, bro. And it's a sad day as a Yankee. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Yeah.
Not
Yo,
that
shout out to Oswaldo Cabrera too. He broke his ankle. Slide well kind of sliding in. I don't know what he was trying to do there. But I guess his cleat got caught in the dirt and he broke his ankle like that. That's tough. That's a tough way to go out. But when you say we not better than a lot of teams in the National League, I don't wanna ask this question, but I kind of do to see where you think the Yankees stand. Do you think they're better than the Mets?
as of right now, no.
Yeah, I don't think so either.
Yeah,
The
they're
Phillies?
um
Maybe.
maybe we healthy. Like if we're just saying like everybody going into the postseason healthy,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, we can get the Phillies, but
Okay.
we're not better than the Padres,
Nope.
not better than the Dodgers.
Nope.
I don't think we're better than the Giants.
It's close.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like so,
Yeah.
once you start getting into the third, fourth, fifth best team, you like, yeah, we got to just get hot. You know what I'm saying? We're
Mhm.
naturally going in here as the favorite and going to dominate. You know,
Yeah.
then even if you look at the American League, the Tigers look good, man.
Yeah, they do.
You know what I'm saying? Like Gleyber Torres fit perfectly. It moved Javier Baez out to center field, and he looked like he been playing out there his whole fucking career. You know what I'm saying? And he's batting over 300, so he's having a resurgence. I guess he
Yeah.
got tired of people talking shit about him. I don't know, but so we got to compete with that as well in the American League.
I think thing that you guys got going for y'all is that like the rest of the division is just so mid. You
Yeah,
know what I'm saying? Like you only teams like looking at this like maybe the Red Sox might get hot and you got to worry about that, or maybe the Blue Jays get hot or those sneaky Rays. But I mean, other than that, like I think y'all gotta kind of look at the bigger picture. You know what I'm saying? Like you just kind of need to be playing your best ball around October. You
yeah.
know, for the playoffs.
The positive thing that I think about with the Yankees is we got a lot of people coming back. Like Luis Hill gonna come back.
Mm-hmm.
Chisholm's gonna come back. Ben Rice has been a revelation for us. Which, like I say, it's gonna. I wonder what we're gonna do with Giancarlo Stanton. You know what I'm saying? Because he's back hitting. You know what I'm saying already. He was taking BP in Yankee Stadium,
Yeah.
um, and that's his only fucking job. So he's
Hmm.
clearly ramping back up. But third base, third base is an issue, and it's been an issue since the offseason. And Brian Cashman punted on it. I
Yep.
guess with DJ LeMahieu coming back, they say he's probably gonna play second. You're gonna move Jazz Chisholm back to third.
I
I
need
don't
to keep DJ at third.
I was gonna say me personally, I would rather have DJ at third and have Jazz Chisholm at second. But
Yeah. Yeah.
it's Boom, man. That's your favorite manager, Jay. Your favorite fuck.
She she
And I don't want to keep talking about Devin Williams. Somebody text me. They listened to last week podcast and like, has Devin Williams really been that bad? Just today.
yes.
Like, yes, he's been fucking
Yeah.
terrible. And he said it was a Pete Alonso effect. That it ain't been the same since Pete Alonso rocked his ass in that playoff game. And I was like, it might be true.
Mm-hmm.
Nah, I think it might be the pinstripes. It might be
Yeah.
the pinstripes. They said he lost a little velocity off his fastball, so they don't even care about that. They spitting on it because they know he can't throw nothing but the change up, and they sitting on there and they taking him for a ride every time, man.
Sold us a lemon.
Sold us a fucking lemon. We could have kept Nasty Nestor, man.
Yeah.
Could have kept Nasty. Um,
Yeah.
hey Marcus, Acuna went yard first rehab game. How do you feel? Like, how excited are you about the four fifth? The season is so long, but I love it. The next
Mm.
4/5 of the season.
Excited. I'm very excited. I'm very excited.
Dad life, man.
One second.
Yeah. Oh shit. Hold on. I'm gonna follow.
I didn't. All
Okay.
right. I'm very excited about that. We finally turned the corner. The way the schedules broke down, we've been getting the games that we need. Uh, you know, we got to finish out this sweep tonight against the Nationals. Uh, we, like I said, Ozuna's tearing the cover off the ball. Matt Olson needs to come around. Austin Riley, he's doing what he does. Ozzy Albies has not really been hitting the ball well this year, but he'll come around. He's a gamer, but the biggest thing has been honestly the play of Drake Baldwin. He's hit 357 in like the past 8 or 9 games, and that kind of puts it tries kind of makes you try to figure out what we're gonna do with Sean Murphy. You know what I'm saying? Then you got Alice Verdugo, who's pretty much become the everyday left fielder for the Braves. And you got Money Mike. He's starting to hit the ball better. Like, I like what's going on right now. I would like to add another arm to be safe. Chris Sale and Bryce Elders kind of held it down at the top of the rotation, but after that, like, you kind of don't know. You know what I'm saying? And it would be good to get like another arm to kind of, just in case Spencer Strider can't come back.
Yeah.
You need another arm, but like, I'm good at where we're at. You know what I'm saying? We were 21-21, and we started like 1-8.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So definitely things on the up. The Phillies are kind of starting to find their stride. The Mets are playing real well, but they're gonna met it. Not even worried about them. At some point, they're gonna met it.
I can't wait.
And
Yeah.
it's gonna be in the postseason.
I want them to keep winning.
Yeah, they're gonna met it for sure.
I want them to win 117 games. I want the fall to be so high, man. I really do. I really do.
Yeah.
Drake Baldwin right now for the season batting 329. That is how you take somebody's spot in the major leagues.
Mm-hmm.
Like, as a catcher batting 329, that's nothing to sneeze at. And the good thing about a player like Murphy, he can get you something back. He's still good enough to be a trade chip. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's not somebody you just be like, yeah, I'm a DFA him. And he's only 24. Baldwin. Fucking see, I think that's my issue. Did the Braves draft Baldwin, coach?
I can't. Let me see. We
Yes, the Braves.
yeah, in the third round. Yeah, third round.
Jay, who's the Yankees prospect that we drafted that's balling for us right now in the major leagues? Exactly. Exactly.
That's
Exactly.
crazy. I
Exactly.
mean, you got Dominguez.
Yeah, you're right. Dominguez. You're right. You're right. I said balling. He's playing. And he's okay. He's playing better than he's getting used to left field. He's but balling.
Yeah, nah, we don't have anybody
Like
balling.
we're
Yeah,
not, and that's the downside of the Yankees doing being just good enough to compete. We're not drafting well enough or developing well enough too. You know,
yeah,
we're not going to be the biggest spenders. We got to be better at developing talent.
exactly. Yeah, you got to do something exceptional.
Got to do something exceptional. Shout out to my nigga Ben Rice though, the best
Yeah.
20. You know what I'm saying? The best 22 in New York. All right, man. We're gonna wrap this up. Jay, you got
One thing I want to ask y'all. Um, I think the series is going seven. With OKC and
oh
Denver.
my gosh, we did not talk OKC Denver.
Yeah,
Shit. Yes.
yeah.
Um shit.
Jokic is balling out of control.
Look, OKC survived something that the Lakers could never survive.
Yeah,
That was
yeah,
the one-legged turn around, ball over the head, buzzer beating three. We could never survive that to end a shot clock possession or a quarter. OKC
mhm,
did. So I want to give them kudos because that shot was fucking crazy, by the way.
yeah.
That's when OKC went on a run where those used to demoralize the Lakers. You know what I'm saying? That used to be it. I mean I had OKC, winning it all. I think last night was the game they needed. Them having two bites at the apple essentially to close the series out. Game
Yeah.
seven being at home. I think they're wearing even it just shows the greatness of Jokic. They still you can see them wearing him down though. Like the longer this series gets, they got so many bodies. Like they put Jalen Williams in the game just to lean on his ass.
Mm.
Got
Yeah,
one job, bro. Like you got six fouls. If you use all of them, that's cool. But just put hands on Jokic.
Smart coaching.
yeah.
You feel me? And SGA finding his way. He finding a way to win these games. I will say this though, I don't know about y'all. I expected more out of Chet. Like this whole playoffs. Like I expected more out of Chet.
I don't be expect Chet's a little bit too inconsistent for me.
Yeah,
Chet cool being the third guy.
yeah.
Yeah.
He drafted kind of high to be the third guy.
He drafted very high.
What he was the two pick or number three?
He's number
Like
two.
two.
Yeah, come on,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah,
Ryan Paulo.
It was debate behind that.
Yeah,
yeah, yeah. It was.
Like it wasn't like clear cut. Even though I feel like every player went to the team that fit them best.
yeah, for sure.
Hmm.
That was like one of those like you couldn't map that out for any player. Paulo needed to be down here. Chet needed to be in OKC, and Jabari's fitting in Houston, at least for now, unless they trade his ass in the Giannis package.
Yeah.
um, any you think you still got the Nuggets, coach?
I gotta stay on that side.
Yeah.
They honestly in this series, even though they're down 3-2, other than that hiccup in game two, like they ain't really done nothing to make me feel like, all right, I picked wrong. Like I still kind of feel like even the games they lost could have went either way. Like they could have won last night. You know what I'm saying? That was
Yeah,
one just didn't go their way. So
If
I'm
Michael
still,
Porter Jr. can hit a shot.
huh?
If Michael Porter Jr. can hit a shot,
That's tough. That's why I asked you this. You asked you guys this morning, like, is he useless or is he hurt? But like, when you told me like he had to have like a soldier, if he had surgery, he'd be out 4 to 6 weeks. Like, he really out there gutting through some shit right now. And you, regardless of whether he can make a shot or not, you got guys over there in Cleveland that was sitting out games that don't need surgery. You know what I'm
hmm,
saying? And this guy needs the surgery, which I didn't even know that it was that bad till you told me this morning.
yeah.
Like he out there gutting it, man. I you can't do nothing but respect that.
I
yeah.
respect it, but at what point is the injury hurting the team? Because he can't make a shot.
Who else can you put in? Peyton Pop
Exactly.
can't
Yeah,
make a shot either.
yeah. Better with him. Better
Yeah,
with him at like 60% than someone else
that's a
at
fact.
800.
My counter to that, and now I will say this. We had some Jameis moments last night. Westbrook definitely was airballing threes like a motherfucker. But at least with Westbrook in that lineup, you do still have the playmaking aspect of Westbrook. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? Where like Michael Porter Jr., he's a shooter. Like on offense, you really only do one thing. You know what I'm saying? Where at least if Westbrook not making his shots, you know he's gonna rebound and crash the boards like crazy. You know what I'm saying? He's gonna play the best defense to his ability. You know, he's not known as a defender, but he tries. And he has the playmaking ability where Michael Porter Jr. just he's 6'10. You know, that's his thing. He's still tall out there.
I
Yeah.
mean, like MPJ, like you know, you talk about the playmaking aspect, but like, are you taking the ball out of Jamal Murray's hands? You know what I'm saying? Because when Westbrook's in, like I watch him, he's turned into a corner guy. Like he's just kind of standing in the corner. Like the only time you see him playmaking is when they have to give Murray a rest, and like he's running the one.
Yeah.
But like when him and Murray's in the game together, he's just kind of standing in the corner. And like I don't think they have anybody else that can play. Like when I look at their roster, like Peyton Watson played 15 minutes, but you know he can't shoot it. Uh, Westbrook played 20 minutes, and Strawther played 10 minutes. Like they rolling with the five that they have.
Yeah.
And I look at everybody else that's on the roster, like, yo, what's wrong with Dario Sar?
Nothing that I know of.
Mm.
Why's he not playing? I
Yeah,
forgot all about
yeah.
him.
He
He's
got
all
playoff experience too.
Yeah, yeah. So I don't know.
I didn't even realize he was on their roster, honestly.
playoff experience, playmaker.
Yeah. And he
Like,
could shoot.
he can
He can
shoot.
shoot.
You're gonna put him somebody in the corner, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
But maybe defensively though.
it could be.
Hmm.
But
Could
they
be.
play his zone anyway.
Yeah,
Yeah, like I mean, I know you still got to play defense in the zone, but you can hide Dario Sarge if y'all gonna run the 2-3 anyway.
right.
You know, so
Yeah.
I don't know. I do say this. I did say this last week when you wasn't on. This is the type of series that OKC get past this. I think this is the series that gets them to the finals. No matter who comes out of the Golden State, Minnesota, even though it looks like it's gonna be Minnesota. Like this the dragon that OKC need to slay. And it's still, if OKC gets to the finals, which I predicted, still a YN league, bro. OKC average age younger than fucking Auburn Tigers,
For sure.
which is
For sure.
crazy. Um,
But they like the preppy YNs. They not gonna cause trouble and shit
yeah, yeah,
and
yeah,
rap.
yeah, yeah. Y'all can come. Y'all can come. Y'all,
Yeah. Yeah, yeah. They the polo YNs.
yeah.
Yeah.
You see, they got the AT&T commercial all dressed up and shit.
Yeah, yeah.
They Malibu's most wanted. Hey Malibu, ain't nobody scared of them.
Sure.
They're a bunch of good kids.
Yeah, yeah.
They gonna come in here respectfully.
Yeah,
Right.
we kept them out the hood so they could play ball.
Yeah.
They them.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. Y'all leave a little riding there alone. But anyway, hey Jay, anything you want to close out with?
Nah. I mean, shoot, keep tuning in. We got a lot of good sports on hand, like to watch. So
Yeah, man, it's always plenty to talk about, man. It's always plenty to talk about. Um, my final words was gonna be about me coming to the realization of the Yankees, and I already spoiled that, so I'm gonna let it go. Marcus, anything you want to close out with?
Y'all just keep watching, keep liking, keep subscribing. But
No.
like WNBA, get y'all shit together, man. Y'all are cutting these overqualified players. Like they cut Raven Johnson from the fucking Valkyrie, and you just started. Like, you mean to tell me y'all don't have a spot for her? Like, that's why nobody will take y'all serious like that, because you don't keep the young people in the league, like the young, exciting people. Like, Deja Kelly was killing it for the Aces in preseason, and she gets cut. Like, WNBA, you got to do better. Like, you're on the come up, But like, you gotta do better. Come on, WNBA.
Yeah, Valkyrie cut the girl from Maryland too.
Yeah, sellers. Like, come on, man. What are we doing?
Say 6'4" guard.
Yeah.
Come
Like,
on.
what are we doing? Like, you want to bring excitement to your game? Don't cut people that people are gonna watch.
Yeah.
Like, Caitlin Clark was the only one who bought a fan base. Like, she got everything going, and now people have become fans of these other women coming into the league, and
Mm-hmm.
you're cutting them. So you kind of shooting yourself, like you cutting off your left hand despite your right. Like, come on, man, do better, WNBA. I'm
And
gonna watch though for sure, but do better.
Mm-hmm.
and it ain't like that, like you said, it ain't like they was out there stinking it up.
Nah, not at all.
You know what I'm saying? Like they were actually balling. Deja Kelly hit the game winner against the Mercury. And
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Valkyrie, you're an expansion franchise. Why not go young? You're gonna lose anyway. Let's just get out. Um, hey man, just like Coach said, just like Jay said, y'all keep liking, y'all keep subscribing, y'all keep watching, y'all keep cutting up in the comments because that's funny too. You know what I'm saying? All the things that come with it, it is amazing. I love it. Y'all make sure y'all keep fucking with us, man. This talking game. Peace.